goes. Okay. So you'll get used to wearing scrubs every day because once you graduate, you're wearing scrubs every day the rest of your life. Just about. So, you change clothes, put on your nice clothes to go to work, to change into pajamas.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Well, one nice thing about wearing scrubs is you don't ever have to worry about what am I going to wear today. You just, it doesn't even matter. And then one thing that was different for me was, I was doing something with my hair. It doesn't matter. You can spend all the time you want in the morning getting your hair ready, but when you put that cap on and you take it off at the end of the day, it's going to go like that. So it don't matter.
Yeah.
So don't waste your time is basically what I'm saying.
At least wash it, though.
Yeah, definitely. You want to wash and, comb it, pull it back. Yeah. You hear that, Jennifer? Wash your hair.
When it's curly, it doesn't matter. I could just pull it up and just try to detangle it.
So, and always, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Or if you don't understand something that I'm saying, say, could you repeat that? What? Something to get my attention. Because especially in surgery, when we get a mask on, a lot of people say that I mumble. I don't think I do, but you'll find out for yourself. Again, we're going to treat it like an OR. Once we get over there tomorrow, you guys will see it tomorrow afternoon. There's pockets there. We're going to leave our cell phones aside. If you have something where babysitter might be calling or something of importance, just kind of let me know ahead of time and we'll listen for it so that it's not so much of a distraction for what we're trying to accomplish and learn inside the lab. A little bit about myself. I am a certified surgical tech as well as a certified surgical first assistant. And also working towards a couple other degrees currently at the same time as teaching, being a father, working full-time, being a full-time husband, full-time ministry, all the different things like that. So just as busy as you guys are. And I know how it is to be running late to things. So communication is very important. So just kind of let us know what's going on. So we're not, hanging out in the dark and, I like to try to get a lot of different products from the hospital that are expired that we can use over in the lab so we can get practice with those things and stuff like that. So at some point, whenever you guys get contact information and stuff like that, Maxine, she'll give you my contact information as well. If you do text me or call me, just identify yourself right away because I'll be like, who is this? This makes no sense to me. So just kind of identify yourself. And again, we'll have fun, and we want to have goals that I want to accomplish that gets everybody the learning experience that they need so that you can be ready for your first day of clinicals. Okay? Clinicals, we'll get to that point. So we'll take it one day at a time, one step at a time. You're going to hear different stories. You're going to hear do's and don'ts. You're going to hear lots of different things. So just take it all in. If it seems overwhelming, it's okay. It's going to get better. All right? Any questions for me?
I know Jennifer had a question.
Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
No, that was it. What I sent a text.
Oh, the chat thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, she asked me about if I was going to share my screen. And you can see it, right, Jennifer?
Yes, I can see it now.
Good. Okay. Anybody else?
With all that busyness, do you have time to sleep?
I average about 5 hours of sleep. So I go to bed if I'm not on call. I do take a lot of calls as well. So if I don't get called in, that's a full night's rest. If I do get called in, forget about it. It's 3, 4, 5 hours. So if I come in here, I might be tired. I might have coffee in my hand, and I may not even be tired, and I have coffee in my hand. So,
yeah, he always usually has coffee.
Yeah, I usually have coffee when I come in. But
Have coffee with your cream and sugar?
No cream and sugar. Very little sugar, no cream at all. So, all right. Say again.
It's a straight hardcore.
Yeah,
Just espresso. That's all it is.
yeah. If you wonder how he stays awake, that's how.
Yeah. So, anything. I feel like you guys should be like, how many questions? What about this? What about? Probably not.
Is it just our lab book that we have to take with us? Or
It's helpful, but we'll see how it goes.
okay.
Each time that we're over there. Okay.
I think my question is more direct to Maxine, if there's been a schedule figured out as to when we'll be coming up for labs.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. The three of you scheduled. Just in case you guys didn't know, which I know some of you who were in here early, Jennifer she's in Alamogordo. So we have an online program. We graduated 4 from the last class, and Jennifer has 2 classmates, but I'm not sure why they're not here on Zoom. So they have an option whether to be in the classroom with us like this. So if she wants to be in the classroom every time you guys are in class, she can. All these are always recorded, so even if she's not here, she can go back. Same with you if for some reason you're sick or something and you can't be here. I'll always record the class so that way you guys can look back. Or, some people like to take notes or record. And if you don't want to do that, you can go to the Zoom. It takes a while, to watch that. So it's kind of like watching TV and, the commercials. So it's kind of up to you. But yeah, Jennifer will be coming, her and her classmates will be coming here for lab, and they'll be in lab like for 3 days, for 8 hours a day. So you guys are going to be getting your lab, a little bit at a time. When they come down, it's like, okay, everything you guys learned, they're going to get it all in a weekend. And we tried it with the last class, and it worked well. They did have an instructor there in Alamogordo that went to lab with them there. But I feel like if I want this group to come here, because then I know exactly what they got. Just like you guys, we're going to know exactly what you got. We're going to know where you stand when you start clinical. So it just makes it easier if everybody gets the same right across the board. So when they do come, if maybe a couple of you want to volunteer to come in and help, and a lot of times it helps you too to kind of see what you've learned so far. But when we get there, we'll ask. Okay?
I remember that you had mentioned that you might be splitting up the classes, like half going on a Tuesday, maybe half going on a Thursday. Are you still going to go with that?
Yes, with the exception of tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be all of you, and Dale is basically just going to kind of go over what to expect when you go in lab, okay? The other half of the people that stay in the classroom will be in the classroom with me, so we'll be going over some of the things you'd be going over in lab. So when we're covering instruments, we're going to be going over instruments in here, because I don't want you to feel like you're missing out, but to have more than 6 people in the lab at one time, it's a lot. And that way Dale can spend more time with you guys individually. It makes it easier for him. And for you guys, it's better. And go ahead, Jennifer.
When you go into the labs, are you able to record so we can be there?
We'll do the same thing. We'll do Zoom in there also.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have questions. At first it's going to seem, of course, you guys are all going to be like, what? How did, I didn't know it was so hard just to wash your hands. But after a while, all those things will make sense. So when you get to that point, I think you'll get more out of Zoom than you will in the beginning. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Do you want us to instruct tomorrow?
If you have them, I know some of you probably still need to go out and get some. So, we'll give you a break for this first week. And then after that, he's gonna show you his mean side.
Yeah, I'll give you 24 hours. Yeah, this week, don't worry about it as much. But, I do put forth the effort. I know how it is being a student and not having a whole lot of resources. I might be able to go steal some scrubs for you, but I'm not going to steal.
He's not a thief. Yeah.
But if they don't have to be brand new, they don't even have to match. Just scrubs. Most people like the matching tops and bottoms. You've seen people around the hospital. The cartoon characters. Just whatever you want to do. It's you. It's your creativity, your personality, whatever. I'm not going to get outrageous and say everybody must have the same color. Okay, I'm not going to do that. We're gonna make it fun.
Yeah. So like Jennifer, you guys just before you come down your first time, you'll want to get you some scrubs, okay?
Oh, I got 3 shirts already. I am vigilant, making sure I'm committed. Can you suggest any sort of sites I can go through to find inexpensive for like pants because I need longer?
Have you checked Walmart?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that likes to go and try things on because when you buy like a small or something, it might be small in this style, but in the next style, it's like medium or large. So to me, it's just easier to go someplace and try them on. I have never tried any of the sites. Do you know of any good ones?
I don't know. You might want to check on Facebook. I don't know. Mostly everyone has Facebook nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Check with the AST site portion of Facebook and just put out a question or just scroll through there because a lot of times people post different ads, different websites and stuff for things like that. Hats, I know for sure. T-shirts that are kind of cool for techs and FAs and stuff like that. So just kind of check that. Again, like Max said, Walmart is always a good place to get some cheap scrubs. You don't want to overdo it right now because once you get out into your hospital, most hospitals are going to provide your scrubs for you. So you don't want to go overdo it. But,
right.
A couple pair for you.
Right.
When you're in there twice a week, I don't know how much you want to do laundry. You can do laundry every day or every other day. It's just what you want to do.
Yeah.
So
I got 2 kids. I try to do it as low as possible, but then it gets a mess.
yeah. So
Yeah. So maybe you could wait until you have a trip through Albuquerque when you're coming to visit, and then you can go over there and go check out some farm stores there.
yeah. And there's one here in Farmington also you can check out if you get here early enough on that Thursday or Friday or something like that. Whatever.
Oh, if we're doing it Friday, I'll be there early enough on Thursday, so it takes my time.
Yeah.
Persistence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
At 1:00, I have a lady, her name is Jeannie Winchell, and she's going to come in the classroom, and she's with Workforce Connections. But anyway, the reason that I wanted her to come in today was because she not only will help you guys find jobs when you're done with the program, but if there's money available to help you guys during clinical, like for travel, because you guys are going to be on the road, she can try to help you find that. If anybody, because of our economic situation, lost a job, and that's why you've decided to come into this program, she can help you possibly pay for your education. So she's a really good connection. She also helps with writing resumes, interview skills. She's great. She's a really good resource. Unfortunately, she's going to be leaving our college. She's still going to work with Workforce. Right now, she has an office where my office is in that same area. But there's a gentleman, and I think he'll come in with her. He will be in there, and he'll be kind of taking care of the things that she takes care of now. But she's just going to be right here on 30th Street. So whatever help you guys need, if you need it, okay? The last class, we were able to get him a little bit of help with some gas money to go to clinical, because we go to clinical here in Farmington. We go to Shiprock, Cortez, and Durango, and I really, really want to encourage you guys to think about going someplace away from here, okay? I've had phone calls from a lady in Moab. They're very interested in having, some people there. I know they would love to have students go there and do some clinical. And And then Southern New Mexico, and that's where Jennifer's at, they need people. And that's why we started an online program, is because we have every year, we're graduating students here. So we've got these hospitals here, and every year when they've got an opening, they are taking a few of the best. And it's not necessarily that you have the best grades. It's that your personality suits the personality in their department. So, they don't just go by, this person's really smart. No, they want you to do well in clinical, obviously, but they also want you to be able to get along, to be able to speak up. There's a lot that goes into, when they look at somebody. Just like if you guys were hiring somebody that you wanted to work with you, what are you going to look for? You want somebody that has a personality you can work with. So that's Jeannie will be here. She'll be here at 1. So we'll cover whatever we can until then. But anyway, continue on if you have any other questions about anything. No?
I guarantee you guys won't be this quiet.
I know, I usually am the person to to have questions.
That's okay.
I actually can't think of any right now.
If we have
That's rare.
placed in mind, how early do we need to let you know, or what's the latest we'll let you know to set up?
The earliest, as soon as possible, because we're going to have to get an agreement with the hospital for you to go there, okay? But yeah, I want you guys to start thinking, do I have family, relatives, or is there just a place that maybe I want to move, okay? One thing about people that live in this area, and I know because I'm from here, I was born and raised here, is that people don't like to leave. But you can, go away for a year or two, get away from the comforts of home, of mom's cooking, and, just knowing that they're right there. It's nice to do that. I actually did do that when I was really young. I left, but I came back, and I've been here ever since. And now I have a long list of excuses of why I won't leave now.
I'm the same. I've been elsewhere, but home is always better.
Yeah, home's always going to be here. So Wilmington, New Mexico will always be here, we hope. We're in home. But yeah, like I said, if there's a place that you think of that you keep thinking, I really would like to maybe move here, I can try to work on getting a place for you guys to go for clinical. And it doesn't have to be for the whole time. We start clinical mid-April and we finish around the end of July. And the first rotation is 4 weeks, the second rotation is 4 weeks, and the last 2 rotations are 3 weeks each. So if you wanted to go maybe for one of the 4 weeks, you don't have to think about being gone for the whole time. Okay.
How many weeks do they do clinicals?
Usually 5 days a week. We do go to, in Durango Animas Surgical Hospital, they basically work 4 days a week right now. But those are like 4, 10, 11, 12-hour days. Yeah. So they're really long days. So even though you get 3 days off, that first day you're just trying to recover. And you really are.
So is there no class time during clinicals?
No class. The only time we'll meet at the end of each rotation, so you guys can turn in this horrible paperwork that you're going to hate. But it's really necessary. Accreditation sets standards for us, and we have to show accreditation that you guys are meeting those standards. So we have to show every single case that you do. We have to show some kind of paperwork on those cases. And we have to have a signature for every case that you do, so that way somebody's verifying that you were actually there and that you actually did that case. Okay, but as we get closer to clinical, we'll work on paperwork during this whole time just to get you ready for it. It's always a confused mess, but so we always work on it. So.
Do you have this is another scheduling thing. You had talked about observation.
Yeah, we'll work on you going to observation either in Las Cruces or there in Alamogordo. And that, in some ways, I think you might be better off going to Las Cruces just because Las Cruces has big hospitals, and so they do hearts. I'm not sure about brain. It's kind of odd because not a whole lot of places do neurosurgery. We do.
I don't think they do there. I think they do in El Paso. So
Yeah. So, and it's not a have to type of thing. It's just the more that you can see.
variety.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll work on that, Jennifer. And
Okay.
I know Las Cruces has no problem with you guys going over there. And you'll
All right.
get good, observations there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will get observations here also. You kind of rotate to both places or just do San Juan?
Probably both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get that option. What I'll try to do before this semester ends, I'll get probably a couple hours an actual OR over there at the hospital. Pray about it. But, I'll try to get us some time over there. That way we can get some hands-on, some actual equipment that they use in real life. So hopefully before the semester is over with, but we'll all have to be there that one day. So we won't be able to split up. We'll have to all be there and get in there and leave as if we were never there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like when you go to the forest, you leave it as it was or better. That's how the OR is. Yeah. They can't know you were there.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll work on that. And you guys I know a lot of you have already turned in your immunizations, and you guys, that's awesome. Because we're going to need to get that turned in to San Juan Regional as soon as we possibly can. So that way we can get you scheduled to go in and do orientation so you can go do observations. The sooner the better, really. So on those days that half of the class is in lab, hopefully you guys can be in observations. Okay. You too, Jennifer?
With the immunization, since we're not there, can I take a photo of it with my phone, like with the Walmart ones that I've gotten shots?
You'll need
And
to send it
or
in.
do I fax it?
Either you
Okay.
can send it in or you can bring it with you the first time you come down.
Okay.
I say down, but we're up.
Right. That way.
Yeah. Yep.
Any other questions? You guys bored yet?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's information overload.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else at the moment. If you do think of anything, you can hold those questions for tomorrow if you'd like to, or ask Max. She can answer anything better than I can. So she's the boss. What else?
I see there's a program that came with the books. Are we going to be using that a lot as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I saw you have your pocket guide over there. That's going to be very handy. If you guys do not have that book, try to get that book. Sometimes you can find it for really cheap, or you can find a used one. But it's going to be something that you're going to reference back to.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know they were out of them in the bookstore, but they should have them now. They were getting their shipment in Friday, I think it was, so they should have it. Yeah, that's one that'll really come in handy to have in lab. Always, whenever you guys are researching any surgical procedure, you can look in there and it'll give you a good idea of how to start.
So with those extras, the optionals,
Yeah.
I know everything is important, but on the list of best to use, what is from the top down?
I have told everybody pretty much that I would hold off on buying books on instrumentation because there's so many out there. So look over the books, however you can, and decide for yourself, do you need a book? Is that going to help you? Or do you want an app for your phone, something that you could see things better? I don't know. What'll work best for you individually. So those books are there. And then pharmacology, I suggest that you get some type of help with pharmacology. I know in our certification exam there's questions about pharmacology, and I've tried to test you guys on pharmacology, and people kind of struggle with that. So we'll work on it in class. I have pharmacology books and I have instrument books. So anything that you guys want to look at before you make a decision, just come and borrow one from me and look at it, and then decide, do I want to invest in buying this book? I can check it out, something like that. Any book that is required or recommended, if you guys don't want to buy it, you just want to maybe have it in the library, let me know and I'll make sure the library has a copy. Okay?
Okay, would those possibly be in our library here?
Jennifer,
Are they-
you need to get it in that library. So let me know. Send me a list, and I'll make sure that the library there on campus has it.
Okay, can you send ISBN numbers, and would a certain edition be more beneficial, or are they almost all the same as far as the instruments?
Oh, as far as instruments don't really change. The names aren't going to change. I mean, you can be in New Mexico and we might call something one name, and then you go to New York and they call it something different, but the instrument's the same. So really knowing what, and it's something that me and Dale will work with you on, is knowing what that instrument's used for. So that way when the doctor says, I need that one thingamajiggy, you're going to know what thingamajiggy they're talking about. Yeah, you should know what then you'll get to that point.
Yeah, I saw a meme like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Comfortable shoes,
Yes.
just gonna be standing.
If you guys
Right, what would you
invest money
suggest?
in shoes, that's where you spend your money, is on shoes, okay? Don't worry about what scrubs you've got or what hat you have. Buy good shoes. Yeah.
What kind would you suggest?
Oh my gosh.
I do wear a size 12 in women.
Everyone's different. You gotta go with what's comfortable for you. I know people that wear dance clothes, and some people that wear running shoes. It's just whatever's comfortable for you. Some people like nothing but New Balance, so they buy all New Balance every year. It just depends. Some people might feel more comfortable in hiking boots. If that's the case, that's the case. As long as you get shoe covers, or you're not wearing them out on the trail. So
There's a mountain behind you. Go walking on that for lunch break.
just whatever you find is comfortable. Keep in mind that it's still kind of warm outside, so sandals and flip flops and stuff like that. Let's try not to put those on, because we do have to put shoe covers on. But you think about the sharp items. I know if a needle falls, and it falls the right way, it's going to hit you in the foot. And accidental sticks, needle sticks, and stuff like that do happen. But learn how not to let that happen. Okay? Don't be scared of needles. Don't be scared of needles.
And for lab, you guys don't wear open toe shoes. Okay, so no sandals in lab. Because we have needles, we've got blades and sharp, heavy things in there, so we need to make sure that we protect you while you're here.
I want you to be safe. And if I get a little bit nervous and you're doing something, it's because I'm afraid of your safety. Okay? Or I'm just afraid of my safety.
Yeah.
One of the two. But again, we'll get it down. Don't stress. There's going to be a lot of information in a short period of time, but hey, we made it. You guys will make it too. We just had 15 just make it, and we're going to have you guys make it. And every year, we'll make it. Okay, it's a lot of fun. Once you get into it, to me, this is the most rewarding job that I don't even know how to do besides make coffee. So I've never really done anything else. I'm one of those few people that have found something that they really love doing. And one of my specialties was neurosurgery. I love brain and spinal cord. So you'll find your area of love as well. But it's passion. It's an honor to be a surgical tech because not many people know how to do your job. Okay? Yes.
Do you assist in all kinds of surgery stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, did a C-section this morning. So.
See, those are exciting. That's kind of the area I want to go in.
You can do it.
You have an area that you prefer, like either emergency or prepared, or
I prefer being in surgery. Like when I'm in surgery, it's almost like being in your happy place. Go to your happy places. But especially neurosurgery was my specialty. I really enjoy doing C-sections. And I do a lot of things, and that's what surgical techs are going to have to do. A lot of things. You're going to have to know a lot of different things, how to do so many different things. But one of the things that I always say this, so technologists know how to do everything, but do not know why. And I want you to know how to do everything and know why we do everything. Okay? So think about it. That's one of the most important things. Why do we do what we do? Anybody can go and use that knife, but why? What do we need those things for? And we're gonna learn that. Okay. All right. I guess I'll leave you guys to the rest of what Maxine has for you, and I'll see you tomorrow. What time?
They'll be here at 2:30,
Okay.
but you just get here when you get here.
I'll be here by 2:30.
Okay, all right. I'll keep them busy
Okay.
until then.
All right. Yeah. So, and see you guys tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Bye.
For the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks.
We'll move Jennifer up here. There we go. All right, so basically I just went to Canvas, and then this is the home page. And then if you go to modules, that's kind of where you're going to find everything, okay? And of course, I think everybody's trying to use the computer, so it's slow. You can see that wheel's turning. It's thinking about it. Come on. There we go. So it tells you to read. Oh, that's for me. Sorry. Over here, the home page, getting started. I'll just go through these things with you guys. If you have technical issues with your computer, if you can't log in or something, if you go to this, well, actually, if you couldn't log in, you might not be able to get there. But here's this number here. So just keep it handy if you ever have any problems. One thing about the help desk is they have people here on campus, and then they have people that are, I don't know where they're at. But if you call them, it'll ring a few times, and then you'll kind of hear like a, you can tell that it's changed, the ring. That means it's going to wherever, okay? So if you talk to them like about campus, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So sometimes when I'm trying to call the help desk, I'll just hang up if they don't pick up within those first few rings. And then I'll just keep trying until I get somebody here. So if it's something like, that one building, that's what you need to talk to somebody here on campus about. But if it's just computer stuff, they can usually help you. And it seems like they've gotten better. That just does the module to-do list. And then the academic calendar. So if you guys want to know, like, what day are we off? So you guys actually have a holiday. You can go here and there's the academic calendar, okay? And it'll tell you, because we have Labor Day coming up, and we'll be off that day. If you guys haven't signed up for Rave Alert, you should. So if ever the campus is closed or there's a delay or there's a shooting on campus, anything that's going on campus that they feel like you need to be alerted about, this, you can sign up and it'll send you a text or something.
Okay, so that's not something that would be beneficial to me.
It might be beneficial to you if you think we're having class and it's been canceled.
Okay.
Because every now and then we actually get snow over here, so we'll have a snow day.
What?
Yeah, I know. Well, we don't see much of it.
We get white dust down here.
Yeah. So here's this introduce yourself link. I also put another one down here. Kind of one of your create a mix video, okay? So that's what I want you guys to have ready. It's due tomorrow, but we're going to do them in class on Wednesday, okay?
So we're doing them in class?
Yeah. Well, no, you guys need to do your video and send it, and then we'll go through them in class.
So I clicked on that one on,
This one?
I clicked on that and then it takes you to,
This right here?
yeah, I click on that and it's like unauthorized.
Doesn't bring this up? So I'm wondering,
I mean, I don't know if that's the difference with the phone versus computer.
it
or-
might be, yeah, because you need to have something where you can make a PowerPoint.
And with the Office Mix cost, if we have to download it onto our computer, does it cost?
No, this is free, okay?
We have the Office.
Also over here is another link for it.
Okay.
This one here, basically the lady on campus, she did a video to tell you how to get it on your computer.
Okay.
Okay, so because I went over there and had her help me with it. So that way it's not confusing. She takes you step by step through it. Okay, so you guys watch that video and then you'll know how to do a video. Okay, because you basically you make a PowerPoint and then you make a video to go with it. So you build your PowerPoint and then you can go back and talk through each page. Okay.
So we have to do that down here too?
Yes.
Or do we get a free, oh man.
Yes, we're treating you just like
Hoping we get a free pass on that.
no free passes. Okay, so this is due tomorrow, so you have today and tomorrow basically to work on it.
Okay.
Okay? So that's what that is. Introduce yourself, okay? So you can just do it through that link there. So basically, this is just telling you my office hours. If you guys ever need to see me or talk to me, just give me a call or stop by. I usually get in my office about 7:30, and I'm there until 5:30 in the evening. So if you can't catch me during 8 to 10, just call me and you can come by and visit. This is my cell phone number, okay? And, you know, if something's going on and you need to miss class, you can send me a text. You can send me an email. You can call my office and leave a voicemail, okay? That comes in really handy when you guys do clinical because I need to know where you're at. If for some reason you need to miss, you guys will be contacting the facility, but you also need to let me know too, so that way I know. The program used to have students going to clinical in the winter time, and there were a few times that the weather was terrible, and so that's why we moved it. And so now when we go to clinical, we don't have to worry about bad roads. And then when you guys come for lab on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you just come in the classroom, and then once Dale gets here, we'll split you guys up, okay? And as you guys know, it's 6 credit hours, and these are all the prerequisites you had to have, and then the syllabus is here. The syllabus is pretty short. I think. It's been a while since I did it. It's just the catalog description, and then this common student learning outcomes. And then these are basically everything that we're going to cover in this section, okay? And if there's 80 some things that we'll cover. And as I told you guys, this first part seems pretty easy. I've actually kind of tried to speed things up a little bit for this first part. And it's mainly because I want to have time once we get to like chapter 13 and the rest of the book, because those are covering like all the surgical procedures. And there's a lot of procedures that I want to cover. So I try to go fast through this stuff that, we just kind of talk about. What it means to be a surgical technologist. How do we scrub our hands? How do we know the sterile field? There's a lot that, you have to know, but.
Is there a certain site again for like the caps?
For what?
For the caps to cover the hair?
Oh, when you come here, we have little caps that they wear in the operating room.
Okay.
We have those, and then when you go to the operating room, when you go in there, they have them. Those have clothes, so your scrubs. They have covers, and they have hats. And then, of course, eye protection masks. They have all that. Okay, so kind of standard.
For our lab, are we supposed to have our own caps?
You can have, if you want. Like for clinical, a lot of times that's one thing they let you do is wear your own cap. Okay, so for the ladies, they have all kinds of pretty ones. For the guys, they got some pretty nice ones too.
I got a question too. For the guys, are we supposed to be clean shaven? Doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters. I think as long as you don't have like a beard hanging down, then you're good. If you had a beard hanging down, you have to cover it. Yeah, but I think that's.
Yeah. Right.
Are you good, Jennifer? You don't need to shave or anything?
I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Today. Here's my contact information again. And see, I put a picture of me back when I went to San Francisco one time. So there's plenty of places you can find out how to get a hold of me.
Do you have a video made so we have like a demo?
No, I
Just follow the.
just follow the instructions. Basically, it's like making a PowerPoint. Have you made a PowerPoint?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. Makes it easy. Yeah.
To do as I say, not as I do.
And that video that's in there, she really steps you through everything. You guys know what course materials you need. So you've got your book and study guide, and that has like the MindTap. It has your access. So that's another thing you need to do today. You need to get on MindTap, okay? And you'll have to sign up, basically kind of register for MindTap, because all of your assignments, well, not all of them, but some of them will be due. I think you have one due tomorrow, okay? I really recommend, from the last class, they use this NBS TSA CST exam prep. It's an app that you can get for your phone. Okay, so if you're going to spend money on that. And I think every single day they send a question, so it's good.
Can you repeat that?
If you're gonna spend money on getting something to help you study, I would recommend this right here, this NBS TSA. That's the website, nbstsa.org. Okay, and then there is an app on that website. It's CST exam prep. Okay, all right, it's right there, nbstsa.org. But I recommend that for you guys to study. You guys I'll be giving you exams for the CST exam. I mean, I don't know what kind of questions, I know more or less what kind of questions they ask, but I don't know what the questions are. And to me, I'm not going to give you a test because I want to see if I can somehow figure out a way for you guys to fail it. I'm going to give you a test because I want you to study not only the question that's correct, but I want you to know why the other ones aren't correct. This last class that we had 10 students who took, everybody takes the exam. It's basically a requirement. 10 students that took it here, 8 passed. The 4 online, which is extremely disappointing, they all failed it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not acceptable. And it's not gonna happen this time, Jennifer. So
Yeah.
what I need to do to make
I
sure.
don't hesitate to ask questions. So.
So all the exams, what I normally do with the exams that I give you for exam prep is I'll just tell you take it on the weekend, and basically you could cheat if you wanted to. And it doesn't matter to me if you cheat. I'm not looking for you guys to make straight A's on those exams. I just want you to understand the material. Okay? So when you see something, if you don't know what it means, you need to look it up. You really need to know what it means, because the certification exam, there's usually 2 answers that seem like they can be right. And maybe they both are right, but one's the best answer. So you need to know that type of stuff.
Is it like NCLEX style?
I think somewhat.
That's the same thing with NCLEX. So it's, all the questions or all the answers were right, but there's
The best. Yeah, and this, it's usually 2 of them are not right. And then 2 of them are like, I'm not sure which one it is. So, yeah. So I'll have different ways. When you guys take these exams, usually I turn in corrections, but I'm going to do corrections just a little bit differently this time. I'm going to have you guys explain why the other ones are not right, why the ones you chose are not correct, and what they mean. So if you see something, then you need to know why. If you see that again, you need to know. Yeah, Jennifer?
With this, do I click on the link that you have for MindTap and then put in my information?
You should be able to.
Okay.
Okay? There's Jeannie. Hello. So I already bragged on you and what a wonderful person you were. She's obviously talking about wonderful people that you are and how much you're going to help them. So, no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. So Jennifer is in Alamogordo, and she's Jennifer, we'll get this information to you, okay?
Okay. Yeah, if you can email it to me, I can print it.
I'll probably just keep this folder for you.
Okay.
Okay?
mail it too.
Yeah, or mail it.
Yeah, if you mail it, I'll get it.
Okay. Bye.
Hello.
If you want my ones just in case. Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Jeannie Winchell, and this is Victor Valdez. Victor, this is only his 2nd week, so it's a little kind of like, So just kind of want to let you know what we're about. So in your folder is a bunch of information. So what I'm going to start with first is the SunPath grant. Why are we here, and what does that mean to you? The SunPath grant is a $15 million grant that was split up between 11 community colleges in the state of New Mexico. We received at San Juan College $1.3 million. You can pick up your stack of cash on the doorway. No, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even care where y'all were going to school. No. So what that money funds is it goes back to the students, but it comes to you in a different manner. It pays our wages. It pays for new certificate programs. It pays for SIM centers. It pays for growing the health science department at San Juan College and the other consortium colleges. Okay? So what does this mean to you? What this means is that you have now a link to the Department of Labor. Our whole goal is to be that gap between employment and education. 30 years ago when I graduated from high school. Yeah, they used to teach us in our senior year. I was only your senior year. Apparently, we weren't grown up enough to know. Taught you how to keep a checkbook, how to manage your finances, how to prepare for college, how to do a resume, how to do all those big grown-up things. And they don't teach that anymore. So what we're doing and what we're finding is that we're not all just 18 years old coming into college anymore. Some of us are doing that as a second career. We're transitioning myself out of the oil field. I spent 9 years in the oil field and got laid off. And so here I am. And so everybody's kind of going through something a little different. And so what we're doing is we're going to give you some information. First of all, I want to explain, a grant has benchmarks. There's certain things we have to meet in order to continue to get the money or to get the money to begin with. Our goal is to meet with and assist 511 students in the 4-year process. And so your thought process, I'm guessing, is, okay, she needs us to fill this out and be part of her guinea pig. Well, no. What happens is we're at about 570 students and we still have a year left. Obviously, I don't need you to fill in numbers. We don't. So what we've done is we've taken a different turn. We're looking at this whole situation from a different set of lens, okay? And that is, instead of worrying if you can do a resume or a cover letter or if you're dressed right for an interview, we want to make sure you can stay in school. Sometimes that means I need a daycare. I don't have a daycare. Sometimes that means I've been in domestic violence and I got thrown out and I need a place to live. Sometimes that means my car broke down and I can't get to school, so I've got a bus pass, or all of these things that happen to every single one of us every day. Those are the things that keep us from being in school, right? So I have children. I know what that was like. I have a husband. I've had jobs. Trying to go to school and still keep paying the bills is difficult sometimes. So that's what we're here for. We had a respiratory student October of last year. It was her second time around. First time she had 8, 6, 4, and 2-year-old little girls. And so she had a situation. Her husband left and left her with these little girls, and it was going to be $1,200 for her to take them to Pinion Hills where they've been going to daycare. So she called me on a Saturday and she's like, Jeannie, I can't do this. I've already called Karen Tui. I'm going to have to drop out. And I'm like, May's right there. You're so close. She's like, I don't have daycare. I said, wait, give me till Monday. Monday morning, we called CYFD. She got in Monday morning. She missed the morning half of school. She got in. She got her kids enrolled. She graduated in May. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's somebody to go to help just even a little bit. That's who we are. Okay? Victor comes with, I'm going to let him explain, he comes with quite a bit of help too and knowledge, so I'm going to let Victor go ahead. No pressure. Talk about yourself, man.
I spent the last 5 years as a veterans case manager. So actually what I was doing is similar to what we're doing here. It's just trying to connect people with resources that you may not know about, but we have the connections, the networks, and we can help you apply for different programs that you might be eligible for and not even know it. So, you guys are here doing the heavy hitting, studying, hitting the books, so we're just here to support you guys and make sure you stay in school.
So sometimes that means you need a little extra help. So we're housed here in this building. I'm in the same office as Maxine. And so if you need anything, we're here. So we're going to start with your folder. So at the end of our conversation, if you don't agree or don't need any of this, you just go walk over to the trash can and you can dump all that out in the trash, and now you have a lovely note. Okay? So first of all, let's start with, this is my card because Victor's new. He doesn't have a card yet, so if you would please write on your card. I'm going to let Victor give you his information so you can put that down as well.
So my phone number is, I'm Victor Valdez, and my phone number is 505-566-3868.
Okay, so that's where you can get a hold of us. What I'm going to share with you is when we get done here today, if you have any questions, the best thing to do is to send me an email, okay? And then Victor and I can work from there. Deal?
Oh, well, my email.
He's got an email too, yeah.
Victor.Valdez. Well, I'm sorry, that was the state one. state one
So it's
zone.
Valdez. Oh, it's Valdez.
So it'll be, it'll be Valdez at San Juan College.
Valdez E at sanjuancollege.edu. So now, what is in your folder? Let's start on the left-hand side with these two pamphlets. Okay. The first one is Occupational Outlook. What I just want you to see in all the pretty colors is you've chosen the right pathway of healthcare. Right now, the fastest growing occupation is a CNA. 42% growth in the last year. Occupation with the most annual job openings. Second one, personal care aide. And then the highest paying occupation is a registered nurse. You notice in the top 3 of every one of those is going to be healthcare, healthcare, healthcare. You've been watching the news lately. It talks about in the next 7 years there'll be 2 million job openings in healthcare. Well, that's because our baby boomers are now in home healthcare. In 2015, I lost both of my parents. They were very sick and they passed away, but my mom was in the Beehive for a little while. Do you know how much it costs to put somebody in home health care or in assisted nursing a month?
Outrageous.
$24,000 a month. A month. That's what it cost for me to send my mom to the Beehive for a month and a half before she passed away. $24,000 per month. Now, can most people afford that? Absolutely not. If my parents had not done a good job of planning their finances, my sister and I couldn't have afforded that, right? So what do? We bring them home. People are doing that a lot. They're looking for that opportunity to keep their family home or what is easiest. So healthcare is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. They're going to start having people do community health workers where they're driving to homes instead of the people coming in to go to a doctor's office. Community paramedics. There's going to be nurses that are going to be in a car driving around. You guys, even as surge techs, with the knowledge you have, could be part of that community health worker, going to visit people after they've gotten home from surgery, making sure sutures are good, making sure they're following orders. So there's a big shift in healthcare, and it's coming. But it's because it's so outrageously expensive. So Career Solutions is your next one. When you enroll with us in the state system, or you can do it yourself, if anybody has ever filed for unemployment, when you do that online, that's what this is. You can go on, and once you enroll, you can put in all your skills. And when you do your skills, you can then pick. So I'm going into Surge Tech. These are my skills. Even today, with what you have as far as prereqs, you can put your skills in. And then employers from all over the state of New Mexico turn in job orders. I need 3 people here. I need 6 people here. I need 2 people here. San Juan Regional. A lot of employers, even some in southern Colorado, and Surgical Hospital, those areas are putting in job orders for people. So when you put your information in, it's a red flag to say, hey, I'm looking for a job. And here is all my info. I'm going to upload my resume. I'm going to upload a cover letter. You can even do a virtual mock interview. You can have a good hair day, good makeup day, no judgment, guys. You can do that, and then you can film it. If you like it, you leave it on your computer site for your name, and employers can see that. So now they have a face to go with that resume, which is going to get you a long way. Okay, so that's what this does. Plus, there's a lot of opportunity to go in there. Okay, so here's the real meat of why we're here. Okay, we talked about the funding streams. So we're not here just to make sure that you stay in school and you have a great resume, but we're here to make sure you stay in school. Okay. So those of you that have already enrolled, obviously, you paid your tuition, you've got your books. We can't reimburse you. But what we can do is walk with you from this point on. Okay? So in your folder on the left-hand side, I have to look at my folder. Left, right. So you're going to have these 2 sheets. One says WIOA, and one says Income Eligibility Guidelines for SNAP and Financial Assistance. And that was backwards. I just want you to know I read that. So let's start with the WIOA. The WIOA is the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. It is federal funds given to each state in the United States to disperse amongst their counties. That money goes toward dislocated workers, people in transition, helps pay for tuition, books, fees. You don't get a cash stipend, but they're going to help you get through school. It could even pay for scrubs, stethoscope, shoes, all of that. I did find out today that the WIOA will not pay out up front for your supplies. You pay for them and then they will reimburse you. You need to bring them a receipt. But I'm going to work on circumventing that. Victor and I are working on that right now to see if we can get Uniform Kingdom to give you a receipt and then just pay that when you get the money back. So we're working on that. But that's Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. You're at about a $5,000 ceiling, so you can do that over time. It'll pay for tuition, books, and fees. If you are on financial aid, it runs alongside. It's not in lieu of. And it's also if you can't get financial aid. For example, I'm 23 years old. I live by myself, and I'm not with my folks anymore. But because financial aid, until you're 25, you're under your parents. Too bad. So now you don't get financial aid. Well, the WIOA doesn't look at that. They look at you as a human being and what's going on in your life, so you can have both. Okay? So you could feasibly get tuition, books, and fees paid for by the WIOA and have your financial aid that can pay for your house payment or your gas bill or something like that if you're in need of a situation with that. Okay? There's also alongside this is SARE Jobs for Progress. It's another funding stream specifically for dislocated workers. Those guys that are laid off, that have had to transition jobs. But it's also for adult and youth. So ages, they just absorbed that this year. So you have ages 16 to 24. Okay? So they'll work with them, that age group, on getting your high school equivalency, on doing a dual credit with us. You could get a certificate in the programs. And so it's a really wonderful opportunity. And that's all housed in the same location, which makes it really wonderful. Okay? The next one is the, wrong one. This is the one that is through Income Support Division or New Mexico Works or SL Start. You pick, they always have all these lovely letter groupings. So what it is there's 3 different places within this group. There is your Medicare, Medicaid, your insurance, right? Then there is the SNAP, which is assistance with food or food stamps. And then there's TANF. That's what I want to talk about today. TANF is Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. We currently both work for the Department of Labor. We do not work for the college, which is beneficial because now we have access to the Department of Workforce Solutions on $1 million grant for TANF cash allowance recipients. So if you're on TANF, you let us know and we can help sign you up for classes as well. And it will pay for tuition, books, and fees, backpack, pens, notebooks, pencils, shoes, scrubs, stethoscope, whatever we can, as long as the grant has funds in it. And that's
Jennifer has a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Will that be different for me down here in Alberta?
No.
Okay, so it would go through you.
I can actually, Jennifer, give you information to Anato Brusuelas, who's in Alamogordo. He does the same thing I do here, and he'll be able to get you the information you need.
Okay, thank you.
So we can absolutely attach you with him.
Okay, thank you.
I'll get you an email address and a phone number or something, Jennifer. And
All right, thank
Okay, you bet. So TANF is very specific. It is cash allowance only. It is very specific to families. If you have children and you qualify, then for cash allowance, then there's a lot more opportunity. So just need to let me know. I'm not going to call you out in here, but if you have that, or you're not sure if you do, come talk to me. Come talk to me, Victor. Let me know. Okay? So those are some different funding streams. We obviously have Veteran Affairs that has money, Department of Vocational Rehab if you have a documented disability, and you've been working with Laura Pate here for their disability, and again, that is documented. Their DVR will help pay for school. They'll help pay your house payment. They'll help pay for gas. I mean, some of these programs have a lot of opportunity out there, and you guys aren't getting the information. So that's what we're here for, to let you know about it. Okay? So, do you have any questions about the funding streams or what we've talked about so far? I know it's kind of a lot. You're like, what? Okay, so let's move on to this one. I know you've all picked this one out and looked at it. So let me explain what this is. First of all, it is not a mandatory for you to fill it out. It's not. What this form does, though, because we do not work for San Juan College, we work for the state, we don't have access to this computer system without you giving it to us. So I cannot get information on your grades or how to help you through the college unless you fill this out because of FERPA rules. So that's really what this page comes down to. So let me tell you what this means. In order for us to help you and work with you with a resume, help you find funding, help you get childcare, get a bus pass, whatever it might be, we need to fill this out, okay? So please fill it out. Here's how to look at it. If you're not going to want any help and you know you're not, that's perfectly fine. But you never know what's going to happen. So here's the other piece. If you want to take it home, you want to think about it, you're more than welcome and just hand it off to Maxine, that's fine as well. You do not have to put your social security number in here. I do need a student number. If you can't remember that one I can get, okay? I don't need to know this part on the bottom that says, are you working and where are you working now? But I do need you to sign it, obviously, on the back. That's kind of important. And then if you have any, if you want to fill out the veteran, we have, like we said, Victor has a lot of connection with veterans, or if your spouse or significant other is in the military, we can help you. Also, we've been working with Enlace, which is the Latin or Hispanic Mexican community. We're also working with the Native American Center with Byron and the Navajo TANF. So if you fill these out, we can work with you as well. Had a young lady who we went all the way back to her tribe, and she's Choctaw to get money. Zuni tribe, I've helped, Laguna. So there's money out there. Right now, Toyac has a huge grant. So we're working with the Southern Ute. But there's a lot of opportunity out there, guys. So if you want some help, please fill that out. We'll give you a few minutes to fill it out now, and we'll take it with us. What it does is it goes into a locked area for us. Nobody else has access to it but the two of us. And then it goes in the computer, okay? And it's secure. It doesn't go anywhere but with us. Do you guys have any questions? Go ahead, Jennifer.
So if we fill that out and send that to you, well, I bring it with me the first time I come for labs. Does that go in the system right away, or is it something that we can say, okay, can you put it out now as we approach our graduation?
Okay, so good question. As soon as you hand it to me, before it even goes in the computer, you hand it to Victor, we're on board. It's not like a waiting time frame, you know, yes, it is the government, but no, we're going to make it a little quicker. So you fill it out, and before we even get it entered, you are part. That gives us, you're just signing off saying it's okay, Jeannie and Victor, to help me. For you to go out and seek assistance. This morning we were working on a student that they had a house fire and her birth certificate burned up. So she's from Arizona, so we're searching to get her help for a birth certificate. So we're kind of like this jack of all trades kind of office. And so it's kind of terrifying sometimes what we can help with and what we have helped with. Things like your background checks. We've had students that have had an assault or a drug charge and it's showing up on your background. We were able to expunge, this last semester I was very proud, a second-degree murder charge I helped expunge.
What?
I'm fairly sure that wasn't my job description, but we did it.
Oh my.
So, yeah, we're kind of like a clearinghouse for if you have any questions. So having Victor, again, he's kind of, this is his first real orientation to go through, so he's just kind of like, what do I do? So we're both in the same office. If you have any questions, please let us know. Again, this is for you. This isn't about us. It's not about our grant. It's not about how many people we have. It's about having a place for you to go if you have questions. Okay? So we'll make sure, Jennifer, that you get one of these, or I will for sure get you an Otto's information so that you have some people to talk to.
Okay.
And especially us.
Oh, I'll be emailing.
Absolutely, no problem. So does anybody have any questions? Will we give you a little time to fill this out? Enrolling? Okay, so good question. How long does it take for the process to get moving? So normally with WIOA, for example, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays at 9 a.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m. here locally, they have an orientation at their office, which is where the unemployment office is on Arrington, okay? That would be the best for you to attend one of those. But we had a student that was in our office on Friday morning going, oh my gosh, school starts Monday, I don't have any money, I've got this $250 scholarship, it's taking my spot, what do I do? So we made an emergency appointment with the WIOA, she showed up, they approved her, and it'll probably take a week turnaround. But we also have a form that we can send to the business office that says, hold this spot. So when you make those relationships and people trust, then it gives us a little leeway. So it's a pretty quick turnaround to answer your question. TANF takes a little bit longer, but I have kind of an in there too now. So we can kind of move that along a little quicker too. So again, I just want to be real clear. Unfortunately, guys, we don't get to meet with you pre-rec, right? So you're already enrolled, and if you have not paid or you have a payment plan right now, we can help with that. But if you've already paid, I can't reimburse you, okay? But we can help from this point forward, okay?
So if you're already getting assistance from like the WIOA, do any of these other programs clash with that?
No. Some run alongside, some will be cut shorter than others might, because you're already receiving some assistance. Some will, like for example, I have a student on TANF and WIOA. So TANF, I paid for all of her, not me, TANF paid for her tuition, books, and fees, and the WIOA is giving her money for gas and scrubs and things like that. They wouldn't cover shoes, so now we're covering shoes. So it's just, what it is it's all of us have started working together, our agencies, instead of standalone, so it's better for you. So yes, to answer your question, we will work together on that. You can't, if you're signed up for one, doesn't mean you can't apply for another.
Okay.
Yes, we have a meeting today at 2:45 with occupational therapy, but again, best way, guys, to get a hold of me is to send me an email first, and then we'll set up an appointment. This next week and the next 2 weeks is kind of crazy just because it's the first week of school, and so we're doing a lot of orientations and talking with students. But please be patient, send us an email, and we will return it and set up an appointment time so you can come in and we can get you referred. I've created a referral form that we use to work with these agencies, so you come in and meet with us, I'll fill out the form, and then I scan it to everybody. And here's, I'm gonna send you out, what's your name?
Danny?
Danny, here's Danny, I want you to help him. I'm sending him to everybody's got money. Eventually someone's gonna help him out, right? If not, we were very lucky. I went to San Juan College Foundation over the summer and begged because we had Search Tech students that needed money for gas. You're doing a bunch of rotations, guys, and when you're doing 4 weeks in Shiprock and in Durango, that's a lot of gas money. And the foundation gave each student $150. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, and I'm not above asking everybody. So that's kind of how I look at it, and I know Victor's the same. He knows a lot of people as well. So that's kind of how we operate, okay? So if you're done filling that out, I'll take those up. Make sure you sign the back. Send me an email, how many you want to do. Thank you. Let's see.
With the project, with the graduation date, what month was that?
July.
July 2018?
Yes.
But July or August.
Oh yeah, July. Always the last Friday of July.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when the graduation date is.
Yes, they're like talking about gas money. If they do a clinical, like say an opportunity, we would stay there for that whole like.
Yeah, whatever, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah. Yeah,
So
so,
you said the last Friday of July?
yeah, and hopefully we can find, get some help. Okay, we'll work on it. Jeannie's been
Okay.
great.
I'm wanting to make sure ahead of time because my sister told me that the sooner I know, the better chance I can get them to come.
Oh, okay, yeah, the very last Friday of July.
Okay.
And Maxine, if you could send me your password.
Yes, I will.
Okay, you guys have any questions at all? Maxine's how to find us. You've got all of our information. Good job. Good luck. You've got an amazing group of instructors, and you're going to totally kick butt this year. So, you guys, good luck, and thanks for letting us come in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so hopefully,
You're looking at me like I'm crazy for talking to myself.
yeah, hopefully she can find you guys some money somewhere, because I mean, everybody could use help. I could,
Oh, yes.
if I could get classes that I take, if I could get them, well, I can get a free class. Oh, speaking of, if you guys don't know, you can get a free membership at the HHPC. I think you just have to take at least 4 credits here at San Juan College, so it's great. Great gym.
HHPC.
Oh, it's our Health and Human Performance Center, so it's our gym.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be good with that.
Yeah, so when you come down, you can come and use the gym free, and it's a very nice gym. If you guys haven't used it, they got nice equipment. It's very nice, yeah.
Wish we had one like that down here.
Yeah, I know. I know it. All right, so let's see where we left off here. Try to get you guys through these so you have some time to work on your assignments for today. So obviously, for you guys need to show up to class with your books, workbooks, lab supplies. I know your book came with the workbook, and really that workbook is for you. And I really suggest that you use it when you guys are going over things. Test yourself, okay? MindTap is going to do a lot of the same things as your workbook. When we first started using this book, we were using that workbook, and you guys all the students had to turn them in. And I don't have time to grade them, to be honest. I grade MindTap, and I try to get it done every week as you guys turn in those assignments. Yep, Jennifer?
What does it mean by lab supplies?
Lab supplies. Oh, really, the only thing you're going to need is to make sure you wear scrubs when you come to lab.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys won't need any supplies for the lab. We have everything. We have gloves, gowns, drapes, everything you're going to need.
Okay.
Okay?
So we don't need to bring like notebooks or pens or anything like that. It's just
For lab?
Yeah.
If you want to take notes anytime, some people will make little notes like about the instruments, ways that you might remember them. I know Dale's going to start you guys pretty quick with what is this instrument. Okay, so he's going to do that. So if you write it down, draw a picture of it, however it helps you guys to remember those things, we'll start working on that right away. Yeah, Jennifer?
So it says take all examinations and quizzes. Are those going to be in our academic support center, or are we doing those online?
You can test at the testing center there at New Mexico State.
For the examinations?
Yeah, you'll take all your exams. You'll take them there. And I have I'll talk to you more about that. Tomorrow I'll probably set up a meeting for you guys so we can talk about it. Okay?
Okay, yeah, Crystal, because she does work, you may want to email because it might be that Fridays work best for her, if possible.
All right. We'll work something out.
Yeah.
So all the quizzes, I expect you to take them on the date that they're due. I think we have one that's due we're going to take Thursday, okay? We'll all go to the computer lab and take those. And Jennifer, we'll talk about how you guys will take yours.
Okay.
Okay? You guys will be practicing procedures, and Dale will go through all that. Dale's awesome. He really is. Yeah.
When you guys do with the Zoom, are you able to show us closer with the instruments?
Usually we can.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, I want you guys to participate when you're in class. What we've done in the past is you'll come in and we'll go over the chapter. I really want you guys to go over the chapter and come to class with questions, okay? Because I don't want to go over the chapter. I want you to come in and say, I have a question. I don't know what in the world AST means. What is that? Okay? So those are types of things, and we'll get to like reviews. I'll put a review every week for that chapter. If you go through that, I would say go through that review, okay? Those are the kinds of questions I want you to ask me. And anything else that you just don't understand. But yeah, we're just not going to read the whole chapter when we come in, because it's just too much, especially when we start getting into those other chapters. And plus, you guys are going to die of boredom if we go through every single little thing. So we're not going to do that. You have plenty of time to do that on your own.
I have another question.
Uh-huh.
You said that tomorrow you guys are going to be doing your office mix.
Yes, you are too.
Okay, do it tomorrow, or should I just go ahead and work on it here tonight if I have the opportunity?
Yeah, from the time that I dismiss class today until tomorrow evening, you have that much time to get that taken care of, okay?
Okay, now is that something I should email to you to look over before I post it, or just go ahead and post it?
Just go ahead and post it. Everybody's
Okay.
going to just go ahead and post it, so don't worry about it. We won't be criticizing anything. Okay?
Yeah. Don't judge me by my office mix.
We won't. We will. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, only a little.
You need to make sure and maintain proper appearance and professional dress while you're in class, lab, clinical, observation. Really, from the first day that you guys walk into an operating room, the people that are going to be working with you are going to be watching you. They're going to watch what kind of personality you have, how you present yourself, you know, because a lot of times people they get that first impression and they can't get rid of it. You know, you go in and you're not talking and they think, oh, she's a snob, you know, and it's probably not that. It's probably that you're shy. So, you know, that's really, first impressions are really important. And, you know, I had a student that was offered a job. They wanted to hire her. When she went to observation, she had never shown anything. They had no idea what kind of a tech she was going to be. But just by those first impressions, they were like, we really want her. And she ended up getting a couple job offers, so she went with somebody else. But yeah, so it's important. Jennifer, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask, back to the office mix, are we able to use that offline, or it has to be all actively online?
Once you download Office Mix on your computer, I don't think you have to be online. Yeah,
Okay.
once you get it downloaded, it's basically just a PowerPoint presentation. And you know, you can submit it to the discussion or whatever. You have to submit it.
Right.
I think you probably have to have some internet to be able to send that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, of course, part of being professional is making sure that you're clean. Unfortunately, I've had students who I had to tell, you know, you really have to bathe. It's important. You're standing in the operating room. The surgeon's right here, you know. So if you don't bathe and put on deodorant and things like that, people are going to notice.
A little splash of water never hurt.
Yeah, so I hopefully don't have to bring it up again, but it happens. You'll be meeting specific objectives, okay? Of course, our objective for you guys is to learn how to become the best surgical technologist you can. And what does that take? Well, we're going to go through bit by bit with you. And you'll probably be really surprised. I know the students that just finished a few weeks ago, they're like, I never really I thought I knew what a surgical tech did, but I really never knew, because you don't until you're actually in that operating room next to a surgeon and knowing that, when you go to clinicals, you have somebody with you that's going to be there if you don't know what they're asking for. You don't know how to handle a situation. They'll be there, but you never really, you want to do your best, and until you actually get there, you don't know what to expect. We're going to make sure that you're safe. That's really important. Biggest thing for clinicals, or even just being a surgical tech, is you want to make sure that you don't get poked with a needle, cut with a blade. We're going to make sure that you know how to hand things off and get things back in a way that's safe. That's number one, okay? Because you can see this innocent, adorable baby going into the operating room and think I'm sure they are clean as white snow. But you don't know what their parents had, so that baby could have HIV, and we may not know it, so you have to treat every single patient like they have the worst thing you can possibly imagine. Yeah, grandma, who knows what grandma did before she became a grandma. Just never know.
There's Crystal.
All right. Obviously, participation and attendance is very important. Unexcused absences. I know you guys are going to get sick. Really, most of your absences are going to be unexcused, because I'll have students that every week they have a cold, and it's like, sorry. You got to think about, if I'm working, how many times am I going to call in sick before they let me go? And that's how I want you guys to really get used to, especially when you go to clinical, being on time, very important, and showing up, okay? Because clinical, we have requirements that you've got to get at least 120 cases. And it doesn't sound like a lot. It's a lot. It takes every bit of those 14 weeks to get those 120 cases. Because unfortunately, we have to have so many of general, we have to have so many of all the other things. So if it was just get whatever, then that would be easy, but
Have you ever had students who didn't get their 120?
No, they always get them, but there's some that at the very last day they're getting them. So I always try to tell you guys, get as many as you can right away, so that way towards the end you're not so, because they're stressed out. They're thinking, I'm not going to get them. But no, I haven't yet.
This is 120 minimum, you get one, though.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot that get over that. But the way that they have to be broken down, general surgery, you have to have a minimum of a certain amount. And then everything else, like orthopedic, all plastics, all those others are just kind of things you got to get. But there's not, there's a maximum you can get on those. But we'll get to that. Cell phones and electronics, it's important that while you're in class that you're not sitting there texting. I know some people like to use their phone to look things up. It's just best to keep them put up, and then if you want to look up things during your breaks, if you need to make a call, then just step out and do that. I know we kind of just live in this age where everybody's always on their phone. They don't know how to not be on their phone, but in the operating room, you're not going to have that phone. You won't. You'll have to teach your family if they need.
I'm just saying, Snapchat.
Yeah, you're going to have to teach your family how to get a hold of you in other ways. They can text or call you, and you can get back with them after you finish your case. But sometimes you go into a case and you think, oh, this is a gallbladder. It's going to take 45 minutes. It always does. There's a problem, and so it ends up taking 6 hours, so and if that's the case, you want to be in there. You don't want to say, you guys are going to have to get somebody to take over for me because I got to go make a phone call. You know, or I gotta answer this text, so you just kind of get used to it. Canvas, you need to check Canvas. I would say check it every day, okay? If there's anything I'm gonna put up, change an assignment, anything, I'm gonna put it in Canvas, okay? All your assignments are basically due through Canvas. All your tests will be done on Canvas, so it's good just to get used to checking it every day. I know a lot of times you can get, like if I send an email, you'll get it on your phone, or you'll get a notification if you set your phone up that way. If you guys call me and leave me a message or something, I try to get back with you. I say it might take up to 24 hours, but basically that's on the weekend. I try not to work on the weekend, but if somebody's working on something and like they can't get into Canvas or something, it's okay to text me or call me.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
With the class over the semester, is it considered 12 credits, the full-time credits? Or just
For this semester, it's 12.
Okay.
We do 12 at the same time. We're not doing 12 credits right now.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. But over the full semester for the fall.
Semester, yeah.
It'll be 12. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So it says you should expect to spend 12 to 18 hours on coursework outside of class. That might be a slight exaggeration, but some people, it might take them 12 hours to finish what they need to. Some people might finish it in 5 hours. Really, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. You know, when you come back to class, when we're getting ready to go over first chapter on Wednesday, if you open up your book for the first time to look over the chapter, you're probably going to feel a little lost. Because I'm not going to go over the chapter. I'm just going to kind of ask, what kind of question do you have about the chapter? And what don't you understand about it? So those are the things I want to go over. So that's what you should be doing in your spare time, is reading the chapter. MindTap is really nice because it'll read the chapter to you. If you're the type that doesn't want to read the pages, you can click and it'll read it for you.
You have to be online for that?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you have to be online to be in MindTap.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't have the option to just download the chapters as
I think you can.
be in there, but can you download it so you can listen to it offline?
Yeah,
If you're already putting it in.
I'm not sure. I haven't tried it, so
I'm going to, and I will let you know.
yeah, let me know.
All right.
Grading, grades are weighted, and this is how they're weighted. Basically, 50% of your grade is going to come from quizzes and exams. Homework is 40, and attendance is 10. When you guys are in clinical, attendance is usually big. It's like 50%. Okay. And then it's the normal rating scale, like that. Most people do pretty well in the first few classes. This is just technology software. Of course, we'll be using Canvas. I know it always will tell you if you're using something other than Chrome or Safari. It'll tell you it's not supported or something. It doesn't really matter what you use, but I think Chrome and Safari and Firefox are the best, I guess. And then Zoom, you guys are going to learn today how to do Zoom. So, you are learning. She's Zoom. And again, you guys, if for some reason you need to be gone and you want to do Zoom, that's fine. Okay, just let me know. If you're going on vacation someplace like Hawaii or something, then I have to go with you. If you need technical support, again, here's that link or the phone number. Sometimes they'll ask you to put a ticket in for something that needs to be, like we said. If you can't get a hold of somebody, you can put in like a work request. That's what that is. And you can do that. Canvas support is there. And then here's a tutorial about Canvas. And you know our class schedule, Monday and Wednesdays will be in here until 3:30. Today we'll probably be done early.
Will there be a huge difference between Canvas through San Juan and Canvas through NMSU?
I think Canvas is just Canvas, so it's all
Okay.
we set up the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Lab is from 2:30 to 5. As you're assigned, so sometimes, like I told you guys, you might come in and, here, or you might be going for observation or something, okay? You'll always know ahead of time. Here's the schedule, okay? Yes. So today your assignment is to create a mixed video. And then the surgical scrub, you're going to do orientation. And if Del has time, he'll have you guys start doing this scrub. And Jennifer, I think I emailed this to you.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Do we have homework and stuff like that?
In lab, probably not. No, I mean, we'll give you scrub stuff to scrub with. You want to practice at home?
Okay.
So like gowns, gloves, stuff like that. If you need to feel like you need to practice at home.
2 inches of that.
You guys will learn how to wash your hands properly.
2 inches.
I'll get one.
You guys usually have problems losing hair on their own from this?
No. We can't sterilize our skin, so we just basically get it surgically clean. Okay? So that's going to give you an idea, and we'll make sure that we have one posted above the scrub sink so you guys can look at it when you start scrubbing, okay? It takes a little while to get the hang of it.
What do the scrubbers look like? Is it just like a nail scrubber from the store?
I'll grab one, okay, and I'll show it to you,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
So also what's due tomorrow is MindTap Chapter 1, okay, and I'm going to go to that link here in just a minute. And then, so when we come to class on Wednesday, we're going to have a review and discussion of Chapter 1. And then if you guys want, you can print this out, but it's here. I didn't print them out for you. This, under course schedule, okay? So here, if you go to this MindTap link, you always have to click on that, okay?
And where's the MindTap at? Because I'm looking at my screen and I'm not seeing it on the side. Is it not going to be there near the modules?
It should be. It should show up, that MindTap link. I'll go back to it here in just a minute.
Okay.
So here's the things that are, these are not, let me see. It's not showing up. Okay, there we go. So end of chapter, case study 1. And I have you guys do, they always have case studies. And then we'll go over that in class. So that way if you have a question about the case study. And
Okay.
I believe the case studies are also in the book. So just remember, everything that's on MindTap is basically coming from this book. So if you like to get on MindTap to read the chapter, you can, or you can just open your book. It's exactly the same, okay?
Is it gonna be a case study for after every chapter?
Yeah, so there'll be a case study for every chapter, okay?
Does MindTap
Okay.
Case study review, is it doing that or no?
I don't think so, no. No, I think you're just gonna know whether you get things right or wrong. Yeah. I don't do this fill in the blank because, if you guys don't put in exactly the way I do, it counts you wrong, and it's a hassle, so I don't do it anymore. There's a multiple choice and true false quiz, and then the certification exam. The book is basically made by AST, who is responsible for helping make the certification exam, and so they put certification questions, okay? And that'll be it for every chapter. But it's usually around the information. Sometimes there's just a question out there and you cannot find the answer in the book. Okay, so don't worry, you're probably not going to be the only one. But research things. If you can't find it in the book, look someplace else to see if you can find the answer, okay?
So that do stuff is all you have to do for chapter 1, correct? Like there's no other folder you have to do.
So just those 3 things there, okay? And then if you want to go and read the chapter, you can read it there. It'll give you ideas on things to study. I know like when you get to the chapters, like surgical procedures, there'll be pictures of things in there. They've got different, so just go in there and see what is useful for you, because some people might want flashcards, and you can print these flashcards out if you want to. There's videos there. So whatever helps you understand the information, use it. You don't have to use any of it, but I think it's helpful. Okay. So that's MindTap. And I know you guys are going to have to get in there and you'll have to put in your code or something. So if you're having problems, if for some reason you just absolutely can't get it, we'll help you get it set up.
Is there a code to your class that we have to put in?
I think if you just put in the codes that's with that book, that's all you need. I'm pretty sure. Okay. If you go through, so Jennifer, I go to modules, okay? And down, see right here, there's this links.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have that?
Let me pull that up. And this is why I come to the college, because I'd be making it awkwardly silent if I tried to okay, there we go. All right, I have that. And then click the link.
Yeah, so that'll be exactly the same as the one that I just tapped. Right. Okay?
Oh, I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at my own screen. Okay.
And then Appleton study material is just one thing that we have for you guys as far as study material for your certification exam. There'll be others. So that's just one. We just put everything in that one. If you click on it, it'll have all this. Okay, so sometimes I'll say, we're going to have a test over part 1. All right, I think there's either 250 or 500 questions, I can't remember, in just that one section. So I'll try to give you sections, like we're going to have a test on part 1, whatever, basic science or something, okay? Like I told you guys, my goal isn't to see that I can somehow figure out a way for you guys not to pass the test. I want you to understand the information. So whatever it takes for you guys to get that, that's what I want to do. So tomorrow, week 1, so create your mix video. Okay, and then again, there's that video that you guys can watch for help to get that set up. And then you should be able to, let's see. I think this will look a little different for you guys. Let me go into this real quick. Yeah, you should be able to upload a file here. Okay, on this link. It just looks a little different for me.
Yeah, I didn't have any of the stuff underneath it as I was doing it.
Yeah, you won't have that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But you should be able to, yeah, you should be able to put a link to your mix here.
Okay.
You can let me know and I'll find a way.
Okay.
Okay? And then MindTap Chapter 1. And it's a total of 64 points for all 3 of those sections, okay? And then, but you're gonna have to go to that link to get set up with it. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you have to go to that link each time you're going to MindTap. That's how it works best. And then I always put in attendance for you guys being here. And then for online, I have a different way I take attendance, okay? Because you're obviously not going to be here in the classroom.
I might.
You might, yeah. And then here's that review. So if you go to that review, there's going to be all these questions, okay? So print that out or whatever you want to do. And then
have that ready to be able to put in our 2 cents.
Yeah, to ask questions about if you absolutely can't figure it out. But basically, these are going to be the questions on your exam, which we'll have. Okay?
Okay, on the exam, like the overall of everything we've studied?
Yeah.
Or, okay, I just want to make sure for that chapter.
Yeah, and then we're going to have a test on Thursday. Okay?
All right.
Like essay or multiple choice or mixture?
It's multiple choice and true false. I think that's it. Yeah.
No fill in the blanks?
No.
Scantron and have a mechanical pencil.
Huh?
It's going to be like a Scantron. We'll need a mechanical pencil.
We'll do it on the computer through Canvas. So basically, you guys will just click on the test and it will open up. Okay? And you'll just take it there.
Okay. Do I need to be up at the academic support building to do that?
No.
Or will I be able to be here?
No, on the testing center there.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll go over that when I talk to you and the others over there tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
And then here's the second week. And then, of course, I don't know, I was kind of trying to see if you guys can see things beyond the second week, because I haven't published them or opened them for you, but I know I was looking in student view, and it's like you can kind of just shows the 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, so when we get done with this week, I'll open up the next. I always try to open the...
Mine shows week 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so it won't show...
Oh, you're talking about past that.
Yeah. So... All right, so do you guys have any questions about any of that? It's a lot.
So on MindTap where it says do we do all these modules?
Yeah, and I think your MindTap might show like these assignments are due. Okay, so it'll be easier to see.
I know you said not to do the fill in.
Right, and it won't show that.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't show it.
It won't show, so we don't have to worry about skipping it. It'll just
Right, yeah, I don't think it comes up. Yeah, because actually I have it hidden from you guys, so it shouldn't come up. Yeah. But if you guys have any questions or problems about MindTap, when we come for lab tomorrow, bring those questions, okay? About any problems that you're having, or the mixed video stuff. If you're having problems with that, let me know. And really, the mixed video, I just kind of want you guys to introduce yourself. Usually I have everybody introduce themselves, but I thought this is a good way for you guys to learn how to use Mix and then tell us something about you. If you want to put a picture of your cat or your dogs or your spouse or your boyfriend or whatever, that's fine.
No.
students sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be using Mix. You guys will be doing lots and lots of PowerPoint presentations. So I want you to get familiar with Mix right away. Okay. And if you guys look at that schedule that's in there, it'll show where I want you to do presentations. When we get to longer chapters, we're trying to talk about different, like equipment in the operating room. I'll kind of assign you guys, like, you tell me how the operating room bed works, something. Okay, and you'll do a little mix video to, yeah, because a lot of times, like Dell was saying, we'll go to take you to the hospital to show you the equipment you're really going to see. Because we have equipment, nothing like the hospital. They got equipment for everything there because they can afford to spend the money that you have to spend to have all that equipment. Okay. Any questions?
What about for the vocab? Would it just be however many that there are, or is it basically going off of the study guide for whatever's on there?
Oh, yeah. I would just look at the study guide.
Okay.
Vocabulary, like as far as...
Because I know for like every chapter there's
like a vocabulary. Yeah.
vocab.
Yeah. I would know what those mean because they usually are going to highlight the ones that, that you're going to need from here on out. Yeah. So if you have questions about any of those words, let me know. Okay. All right. So now you guys got my contact information. You know where to find me, when to find me, if you have any questions about anything. And if you're having problems with any of this stuff that's due tomorrow night. Okay. And I usually leave the assignments open until 11:59 p.m. So that way, some people like to stay up late, not me. I'm an early morning person, and I go to bed early, so. All right, Jennifer, you got any questions?
No, I went in here to try and set up my my MindTap, and I'm having a little difficulty getting it to set up because as soon as I came over to look here, it then took me back over to the page of needing to create a new account or log in.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have to step you through that. So let me get back to my office and then I'll help you with that. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just call you.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Do you have questions, Crystal?
No.
Is Crystal in there? I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she came in at 1:30.
She probably just because she's not on the camera. I didn't realize that.
No, I see her.
Oh, you do? I don't. Crazy. There's her name.
If you, when you have that screen up, if you go over to that little bar on the side and hit the 4 squares, like where it shows that we're talking. Do you have that bar?
On her picture.
Yeah, on her picture.
Oh, on her picture.
Yeah, go 4 squares.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Look, Crystal.
Yeah, when you hit those 4 squares, it shows everybody who's on it.
Look, I should have checked that. I didn't even think.
I found that out when all 4 of us were chatting that one day.
Oh, okay. All right, Crystal, did you have any questions about anything?
No, I'm just gonna go through it over it again, but
Yeah. If you guys just go through each thing and, they're all there so you can look at them and make sure and look at the schedule so you have an idea of what we're going to be covering, but just week by week because there's a lot.
Now, you did say that you do the recording, so it's going to be available to look at, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if it comes down to it, you can always do that, Crystal.
Yeah. Yes, you can do that. All right. Well, I'm going to let you girls go.
All right.
And I'll talk to you two tomorrow, okay? I'll send you guys a request.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.